There are so many workers on board this ship and so many of them appear to be sick.
Yeah, of course, and all of the workers that were involved in the operation today. So let's bring in Arthur Rorris again. Arthur is from the South Coast Labour Council, which is the peak union body here in this region south of Sydney. Arthur, first of all, I want to ask you, has anyone from the movement heard from these crew who are still on the ship?
Well, yes, the International Transport Federation, who are part of the Maritime Union Network, they have been in contact with the crew. The crew have effectively been silenced. They've been told not to talk to the media, and it seems to be a feature of this operation. It's covert, it's secretive, and no one seems to have been talking to anyone else.
Arthur, what are you hearing about the conditions on board the ship?
As far as we know, the spirits are good with the ones who are not infected or do not feel any symptoms, but there are some very ill people on board, and the priority surely should be treating those people. Why they weren't treated in Sydney, we don't know.
We've heard from the New South Wales Police Commissioner Mick Fuller today. He tells us that Port Kembla is the safest place for them because the doctors can board the ships easily and they can be taken to the local facilities. What's the problem with that?
Well, that's news to us. It's news to our nurses, our doctors, our emergency services, our maritime people, because the fact is that no one knew till just before midnight they were going to do this. We are wondering whether the motivation for doing this has got more to do with political damage control rather than infection control. There are some serious questions here. If we want to fight this together, then the government has got to trust everybody with information. We're all on the same side here. There's no point keeping these decisions secret and the rationale secret, because I can tell you this, we have got a regional hospital that at the best of times is under strain. Why you would move a ship full of sick people away from 3 or 4 of the best hospitals in the country down to a regional hospital, I'll never know.
Arthur, I just want to pull you up on something there. You said that they only found out just before midnight that they would be conducting this operation. So are you saying that the pilots and the people who were driving the tugs today had less than 8 hours notice?
Correct, and that is something that cannot be repeated. There are protocols with this, and to date people have been working very closely together. Why on this occasion, whoever it was that made the decision to send this ship from Sydney did not speak to the frontline workers and their representatives is a mystery.
What about the operation itself? Were all of the crew, the Australian crew, wearing appropriate PPE?
As my understanding is, they were seeking advice from the union officials an hour or two before the operation as to what they should do and how it should be conducted. That, frankly, is uncalled for, particularly during a crisis. If we can't get that right, it's going to be a long 6 months.
Arthur Rorris, thank you very much for your time. Joe, we'll obviously be chasing a response from the state government here and also the cruise ship operators in response to some of those claims, but certainly some serious claims there.